Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. In this video, I want to talk about how to get better at day trading and take some advice from a billionaire, but really kicking things up a notch. Advice that one billionaire gave to another billionaire. And I should note up front, just because somebody's a billionaire doesn't mean that you just blindly follow whatever they have to say. So I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying this is the reason why you just follow what this, advice actually is. But in my opinion, if a billionaire is giving advice, if one billionaire is talking to another billionaire and you can be a fly on the wall, do you just blindly follow? No, but is it wise to at least consider what they're having to say? Yeah, it absolutely is. So that's what I want us to do here. And for those of you that are maybe newer to the channel, I've been around since 2013, coaching, guiding, helping traders, whatever word you want to use. And I will say that this advice here, not only is it good for just life in general, but trading definitely, especially in the world of the internet and message boards and chat rooms and forums and all sorts of, various choices out there that you have available to you. Well, some of them can be very dangerous according to, again, and this is what I like about this. This is not me sitting here saying, hey, this is what you should consider. No, this is what, like I said, one billionaire to another billionaire have said. And I want to really just try to hammer this home because it does make a difference. And I've seen it make big differences. And it's a reason, and one of the big reasons why I offer some of the things that I do at claytrader.com. But in the article here, you've probably already read the headline of it. But Bill Gates shares possibly the most important thing he's learned from Warren Buffett. Now, if you're in the world of the stock market, I'm sure you've heard of Warren Buffett, and I think most people have heard of Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. But one extremely rich person giving advice to the other rich person. And here, the most important thing that he's learned. Now, I'm going to skip over the majority of the article here because you know who these people are. But just set up context here. So Gates recalled how Buffett himself put it when the pair spoke to Columbia University students in 2017. Ready? This is some good stuff. You will move in the direction of the people that you associate with. So it's important to associate with people that are better than yourself. The friends you have will form you as you go through life. Make some good friends, keep them for the rest of your life, but have them be people that you admire as well as like. So let's just first start with the overall premise here of this advice. And like I said, the most important thing that Bill Gates learned from Warren Buffett. And what is the whole premise? You will move in the direction of the people that you associate with. So think about this. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Because whoever you're surrounding yourself with, that's the direction that you're going to be pulled, right? You're being influenced and you're going to go and you're going to move in that direction. Nothing really revolutionary here. Hopefully everyone would agree. Well, yeah, if you're hanging around people and if you're hearing certain things, then yeah, you're going to go in whatever that direction is most times than not. So my question to you, the thing I want you to consider is, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you hanging around in chat rooms where people are behaving like gamblers and then other people are cheering them on? Are you on a certain Reddit forum? I won't name the name of it, where it is just one big gambling party. And it is highly encouraged. It is cheered. It is looked upon as, wow, that person just YOLO'd this and look at all of that and go for it, do it. And all it is one big gambling slugfest. But that's not the problem. The problem is everybody is actually cheering on the gambling slugfest. So who do you think, if you're surrounding yourself in that situation? Now, I do realize some people just look at that for entertainment purposes. They full well know I'm just looking through the window and all I can do is just shake my head and laugh. But are you one of those people that is in that environment and you're one of those people cheering them on and now you're thinking about doing it because you want the people to cheer you on? You're going to move in the direction that people surround yourself with, right? If you don't think that you're going to start to behave and believe that the market is just some sort of casino, especially with this Reddit forum I'm talking about, the options market. If you don't think that you're going to start to just believe and look at options as a tool to just try to make big old gambles, then you're fooling yourself. You definitely are. I get it. You can sit here and say that you don't think so, but you definitely are. How about this? Are you in a chat room where people are just throwing up random trades. They're throwing up random gambles. They're throwing up it's just randomness. There's not really any sort of structure to anything. You can tell people are just buying, and then they're like, well, good. I knew it would go back up, so I held. Really? You knew that it would go back up. So if you knew that it was going to go down there and then go back up, why don't you buy down, lower? But there's just certain environments out there where you can tell it is the blind leading the blind. And in many cases, the blind don't even know that the blind are leading the blind. And if you're in that environment, for all you know, maybe right now you're sitting here saying, wait, well, yeah, everything goes back up. If a price goes down, sometimes you just have to wait, but all prices eventually go back up. Maybe you're thinking that right now, and you're literally saying, what are you talking about, Clay? The community that I'm part of, the chat room that I'm part of, the Discord group that I'm a member of, that's what people are doing all the time, and they're always making money. And that's true, but that's also the very big gray territory, because a lot of times those people eventually just disappear, and you got to wonder, where did those people go? Well, they probably went bye-bye. Their accounts went down the toilet, and they're just not going to update anybody on that. They'll gladly update people when they're making money. But I mean, when you're surrounding yourself with lack of trade plans, lack of an actual approach, even knowing how to, manage a trade, just randomness and no real structure, again, as it says, you will move in the direction of the people that you associate with. You're going to behave in that manner. You're going to be trading with randomness. And randomness, and this is the cruel part of the market, it can make you money. In fact, it will make you money from time to time, but when it doesn't go your way, it can end up in a very, very bad situation. So that's the whole premise, is you're going to be going with the people that you surround yourself with. But that brings about the next question is, all right, well then, who should you be surrounding yourself with? Well, according to Warren Buffett, so it's important to associate with people that are better than yourself. Now, in this situation, better does not necessarily mean they're a better human being. They're a better, they're just a better person than you. No, better in certain areas. And in this situation, if you want to get better at day trading, it'd be good to be around with people that are better than you. And let me make this big distinction. Better does not mean, well, I saw all these people on this message board or in this chat room, they're making a bunch of money. Well, yeah, they're making money, but that doesn't mean they're necessarily better than you. That doesn't mean they're actually a good trader, because again, I already talked about this. It's easy to talk about your wins. It's easy to talk about when things are going great. But the people that you should be surrounding yourself with, as counterintuitive as it sounds like, is people that show losses. People that do lose. Because when you have losses, when you see losses, and you can tell, wow, that person actually, they took a loss, but they didn't blow up their account. Usually when I take a loss, like I lose all my gains, or I lose a big, significant impact of them. But wow, that person took a loss and they're actually okay. They didn't blow up their account. And that's a much different situation than looking at somebody that's just big gain, big gain, big gain. And then usually it's, hey, where did such and such go? I don't know. I haven't seen them for a while. I wonder why. Maybe they don't have any gains right now, and that's why they all of a sudden just disappeared. But when you surround yourself with, again, not people that are making a ton of money, but people that are taking losses, taking structured losses, taking controlled losses, meaning they know how to manage risk. They know how to behave and conduct themselves as a trader when they're wrong, because that's the one guarantee I'll make you. You will be wrong as a trader. Well, then those are the type of people that you want to be surrounding yourself with. Those are the type of people that you want to what? You want to move in that direction. That's who you want to be a part of, those sorts of situations. So better just means, are people out there actually using strategies? Are they using plans? And the best plan is one that actually can manage losses, because if they're, well, my plan, I'm never wrong. Okay, well then I'm sure that person also has some oceanfront property in Idaho they would love to sell you. But just keep that in mind. Those are the people that you want to be surrounding yourself with. And then, of course, try to make friends with them. And this is where things get a little goofy because, so I'm supposed to make friends with people on the internet. Maybe it becomes less goofy as internet becomes more intertwined in our lives. But I just remember when I was younger, you'd be like, wait, you're talking with people in a chat room? And that was like the creepiest thing that could have been said. I think I think now with especially social media, things make it a little bit easier. But yeah, find yourself a community. Find yourself a community where these people are better than you. They're not cheering on gambling. In fact, here's a great sign of community. If somebody shows up and you can tell that they gambled, that they had no structure, that they're just kind of, there's no consistency, there's no actual backbone of their strategy, and then they post a win, and then you have other people saying, well, what about this? What about that? Well, did you consider this? Sure, that may seem like a buzzkill because I get it. It seems more productive to, oh, good job, yeah, rah, rah, rah. But again, is that actually the direction that you want to go in? Or do you want to be in a situation where you're surrounded by people that have been there, done that, and they can point and say, well, I get it, you made money, but what happens if that? Or what about this? And yeah, it can come across as a buzzkill at first, but just consider that, that's iron sharpens iron. That is members trying to help other members grow and get better. And that's why the way I believe you get better at day trading, better at really any type of trading, is find yourself a quality community. Find yourself a community that cheers on what needs to be cheered on. Risk management, discipline, emotional control. Not, oh, wow, you went huge and it worked out. Oh, great job. No, that's fun. And I should also have noted, this does all operate under the premise that you want to actually be a successful trader, that you want to turn this into whether it be a side hustle or a full-time income, but you want to turn this into consistent income. If that's the premise, then yes, you should be doing what I'm talking about. Now, if you're just here because you don't care, you just want to have fun, and you have no ambitions to actually make this a long-term type thing, then fine. Go surround yourself with people that also want to just treat this place, as a casino. But assuming you do want to behave the way you should, assuming you do want to treat this, like a business, then these are the things that you should be considering. And, hopefully you are indeed, if you haven't yet, are considering it. Now, I do offer community, but the idea here is not to sales pitch you my community. All I will say is I do offer community, and it's exactly what I mapped out here. Yes, we like to have a good time. We will have a good time. But if somebody shows up and is behaving like a degenerate gambler, they will be called out. Not to rain on anybody's parade, but iron sharpens iron. We want them to get better. But I also want to be transparent. I'm not saying I'm the only community out there that behaves in this manner. I can only speak intelligently about mine, well, because I'm a part of it every day. But if there's some other community out there that you feel more comfortable with, that you think does the same exact thing, is trying to accomplish the same exact goals, then awesome. Go join them. Please join up. Pull the trigger. I get it. Well, that costs money. There's so many free ones out there. But that's one of the hidden things, is it's amazing. Now, let me make this clear. I'm not saying that this guarantees anything, but I mean, just think about it. If you're willing to pay, what does that say about you? I mean, that you're really, truly willing to be serious. So if you are surrounding yourself with other people that have also paid, again, does that mean that everybody is going to be fantastic? No, I'm not saying that. But it is one of those little things where, when it's just free and there's no barrier to entry, who knows who these people are? And it can get a little bit, the waters can get muddier. But like I said, if you're looking at a community, just make sure that it is what it needs to be, in the sense of, what is the mentality? What is the culture? What is the atmosphere? Everybody's just cheering each other on because, again, as it says, there we go. A person that I admire as well as like, that's the perfect description of how I feel about Warren. Gates added in his post. And again, that's the person who gave him the advice. So there's this mutual respect, and there's that mutual respect there because both people, they're pulling each other in the same direction, and they know what direction, that is in general. And that's why it works out. So you need to find yourself with people that you admire, and you admire them because they're not sitting there, just totally acting like a degenerate gambler, and maybe they just got lucky, right? You need to admire them for the right things because they're managing risk, and structuring trade plans the way they should be structured. So again, this is just from one billionaire to another. But I mean, that's the most important thing that Bill Gates learned from Warren Buffett. And I think there's a whole lot of value can be applied in the world of trading. So if you want to get better as a trader, ask yourself, who are you surrounding yourself with? Now, before I go, first off, one question. Do you like this new format? Trying something new here. So let me know in the comment section, do you like this format where I find an article and kind of talk about it and then try to relay it back to trading in some form or another? So I'm very curious if you enjoy this. Maybe a simple way to let me know that you do enjoy the videos, just hit that like button. That'd be a quick way to communicate that to me. But questions, comments, suggestions, maybe there's another article out there that you'd want me to talk about, feel free to post those down below. And then finally, check out the channel. Lots of other different videos out there, live trade videos, quick tip videos, a good variety. So check out the channel as a whole, and hopefully hit that subscribe button. But yeah, get out there and truly ask yourself, who are you surrounding yourself with? Because again, that's the direction that you're going to go. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event
whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.